How you guys doing? In reference to the satellite man trying to control people's bowel movements, what do you think you're doing? Trying to control when a person burps, trying to cause a person to burp, trying to control a person when a person pisses and when a person shits or goes to the bathroom. What are you doing that for, freak man? You better quit hitting my spinal cord and my hips. And that satellite man was hitting me above the hips, and they were pulsating on my asshole, and then they were hitting me in the teeth. Obviously, that's some S&L sexual terrorism, or S&M, or whatever they call it. I'm not into gay activity, and I'm not into satellite sexual torture crimes, or what you need to get prosecuted for, government man. I'm not interested. You better leave me alone. They were pushing down on both sides of my hips and hitting me in the back above the buttocks, and then they were pulsating on the ass and burning my asshole, and then they were smacking me in the upper lip and the teeth. What do you think you're doing, government man? Need you in court? That is attempted murder and definitely not gay. Not ever going to be. Never been. Not ever going to be. Leave me alone. I've had to say that I'm not gay more than any single person in the whole freaking country. And you claim you don't know who I am and you're a government man? There's been stalkers and records of paparazzi. Even when my Uncle Jack Warner was alive, there was a particular time we were riding in a limousine going to one of the studios or going one place, and these people roadblocked us in the limousine and they tried to kidnap me. And look at the information about how many times they tried to kidnap me from my mother and father's limousines at times. And look at the security requirements of what kind of vehicle I'm supposed to have. My mother had it all written down. Those security armored car companies possibly have accounts for me over there, or they did, or something. Where's the information? I need the information of lists of all businesses and companies where I have house accounts in reference to things. And I'm the owner of my mother and father's estates forever. So in reference to government man, you got an opinion? You thought you were going to get away with falsely claiming that you owned my mother and father's estates? Or you were trying to falsely claim you thought you owned me? We need to see your DNA to see where you come from. Because somebody will tell you, oh, no way, man. You could never own somebody with such rich blood. Somebody with such rich status. Or athletic ability or special qualities. You thought you'd claim you owned a man that had a bigger penis than you, government man? You thought you'd claim you owned a person with green eyes? You thought you'd claim you owned a person that has athletic ability? You thought you claimed you owned a person that owns more land than you? And hello, deeds departments. The deeds department needs to ask these people questions. You thought you owned somebody that sings possibly better than you, or dances better than you, or plays instruments better than you, possibly, government man? What are your accomplishments? You tried to steal my inventions and my revenues from inventions, government man? I'm going to need you in court. There's a lot of information. You claimed you went to the same schools as me. You're trying to steal my identity. Did they ask you people, you criminals that are trying to steal my identity, what schools you went to? Who you are, where you came from? What's the name of your parents, Mr. Impersonator Man? Because your parents' names are not the same as mine, and I'm the only child that ever lived with my mother and father. There's never been any other child that ever lived with my mother and father, my real biological parents. And hello, in reference to properties and of my mother and father's estates and my grandparents' estates, which my parents own my grandparents' estates, and I'm the owner of my mother and father and grandparents' estates, you know. You need to go in court, government man.